Hey there, everyone, and welcome back to today's episode of I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I want to talk. uh, God, I think this is episode 6 of the Single Dad's Ramblecast. I know it's been a little bit, but I haven't really had much to talk about. At this point, it's basically just waking up, going to work, going to sleep, waking up, going to work, pick up my son, drop him off with his mother, go to sleep. Play some video games here and there, typically after I drop off my son with his mother. Now, today is my final day of working at my current job. Bittersweet feeling. I think I mostly dislike that today's going to be my last day because it's the most money I've ever made at a job. I'm making $23. I'm pretty sure I've mentioned that before. That's not an insignificant amount of money. I mean, nowadays, thanks to the current economy of our sitting president, it's not much money, but it's a lot for me. And it's been enough to pay for my house by myself since my ex-wife abandoned me in it, and still have a little bit of money left over to still be able to get the essentials. You know, turns out house prices are falling to the point where the house I've been trying to sell since November, which would have been on sale a lot sooner had my ex not decided, oh, let's keep it, and then left me 2 months later, it's not worth how much we bought it for anymore. So any amount of money that I sell it for, I'm going to owe a shit ton of money. And I already know that my ex, basically with this house, is she will pay nothing but expects to get half of anything I make. Well, I'm not going to be making anything. And if I get extremely lucky, I might not owe anything. So now I got to collaborate with the bank. I mean, not the bank, but the lending agency that I guess you could call the bank. I got to collaborate with them and my home seller, fill out some paperwork, and hope that the amount of money Jill's making and the amount of money that I'm soon to be not making will be enough to get a short sale moving. Because hopefully we can get that short sale going, and the bank will take care of everything, so I won't have to owe too much. And if I do owe a shit ton of money, which I probably still will, well, at this point I'm saying fuck it. I'm going for the bankruptcy. I really didn't want to, but I mean, at this point, unless I hook up with someone who wants me to move in with them, my credit score, it doesn't matter. And I'm planning on staying with my mom at least until my son is old enough to go to school. And so I at least have another 3 years. And supposedly you can go back into good standing within that not too long, like less than 5 years. And I don't think my son should start school until he's 5 or 6. I'm not really sure how it works anymore. I'm pretty sure I didn't start school until I was 6, because I graduated when I was 18. And my son's birthday is around the same time as my one friend's birthday, and he graduated at 17. So that being said, my son should also be graduating at 17, unless they've moved shit around, or at some point if he fails, like my cousin did. And that was some bullshit. I still don't quite understand that one. That was so fucking stupid. I mean, overall, it worked out, because if it wasn't for my cousin being held back a year, he probably wouldn't have met his wife. So I'm still really happy for him for that, but the fact that he got held back in the first place is still some bullshit, because he used to sit like a weirdo. I think it was like 2nd or 3rd grade they failed him. He was doing fine on grades and everything. They held him back because he used to sit with his fucking feet up on the chair. It's like Gollum. With his knees up on his chest and his feet up on the chair, so they're like basically under his ass. Fucking weird. But you shouldn't have failed a year for that, or gotten held back a year for that. That's fucking stupid. He's older than me. It's only a couple months older. He should have graduated with me. But he's older than me. It's still so fucking weird. See, now, I don't know if that was like, the teachers were like, hey, we think he's not emotionally mature enough, so we should hold him back for a year. Or if it was like, they said that, and then my cousin's parents were like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a plan. I mean, either way, fucking stupid. Plus, he had this, normal kids suck on their thumbs. He would, like, put his middle and ring finger into his mouth and suck on that with his pinky and pointer finger up his nose. It was so fucking weird. The only finger not engaged in action was his thumb. It was just fucking weird. But that's not a fucking hold you back a year. That's like you're in kindergarten doing that, and they're like, yeah, maybe he should wait another year. That's not like, yeah, he's doing this in second or third grade, let's hold him back a year. That's a little bit late by then. Maybe try talking to the kid, sitting the kid down, and be like, hey, quit being fucking weird. Take your hand out of your mouth, you fucking weirdo. Go to the next grade up, since you did good this year. So fucking stupid. That whole situation was just so fucking stupid. But hey, like I said, overall, it did end up working out for him. He met his wife because of being in the same grade as her. What are you gonna do? Oh boy. And I don't know if it's just because of the way I drive, because I drive like an asshole. Plus putting on some extra mileage every day, or every other day, because going to pick up and drop off my son. But fuck, do I eat through gas? My car eats through the gas so fucking quick. It didn't seem like it was that bad before, but I think I was driving like maybe a quarter of the distance. That's the only thing I could think of. I have to be driving like a quarter of the distance. Doesn't make sense otherwise. Well, me bitching about it immediately turned it into, oh yeah, that's probably why. Shit. It's still annoying. Still fucking annoying. Because gas is so goddamn expensive. Thanks, Joe Biden. Fuck, man. Why is gas so expensive? It doesn't make sense. How could, like, even with zero changes to anything, how could a sitting president changing make the gas go up by like fucking $3? It makes no sense to me still. Ugh. Well, fuck. Well, I have back to parenting bitching. Not only am I basically probably gonna have to go into bankruptcy for because of this house, because of my ex-wife wanting to move so fucking bad, she picked the first hovel we could find. Probably. Yeah, well, I was planning on, since this weekend is Easter weekend, so tomorrow is Good Friday, Saturday is whatever the fuck Saturday is, Sunday is Easter. What is Saturday? I don't think Saturday is considered anything. Why is it a day between the holiday? You'd think it'd be like Good Saturday instead of Good Friday. Huh. Never really thought about that until now. When I get to work, I'll check my calendar, because I don't know. That's going to bother me now. Whatever. But normally, since I have my family does the holiday shit the day before the holiday, so we would be doing it on Saturday instead of Sunday. My ex and I had agreed that I'll take my son on the days before holidays. If it's not my day, I'll take him on that day before the holiday, and she'll have him on the actual holiday, since, again, we do everything on the day before the actual holiday. It's just easier that way for my family and I. But her brother randomly was like, hey, I'm coming down. So well, my plan was to take my son and just keep him overnight and give him back on Saturday night whenever, when I would normally bring him back on Saturday. But her brother coming down kind of fucks that plan up, so I got to do it on Sunday now, on actual Easter. This absolutely promises to be a shit show, and I'm not looking forward to the consequences to it. But, positive side, I'm going to have my son all day and all night when I do this. Because, it occurred to me when I was talking to my lawyer, and whenever I was having my little argument with my ex the other day, we don't have any court agreements or anything. It's just verbal talking to each other. I'm not violating any orders or laws or any of that shit by just keeping my son overnight. I don't have to listen to what she's saying. I can just keep my son. So, I'm going to do that. Like I said, I was planning on doing it on Saturday, so I would just keep him Friday night after I picked him up and drop him off at normal time on Saturday. But since her brother's coming down, I'll be nice. I'll just keep him on Sunday into Monday. I'll drop him off in the morning at her apartment after he wakes up. Let's see how this goes. Boy. But for right now, I'm getting pretty close to work. So I'm going to have to go soon. But for the moment, I'm going to keep talking about nothing. Pretty much about nothing. And I don't really have nothing to talk about, like I said when I started this video. I don't know, man. I would get stuck at the light after I say I'm about to go. Fuck. Well, here's one thing. I was looking into... I have an Elgato capture card, whatever the fuck they're called. It's an Elgato. HD or H60 or HD60S, something like that. I saw someone selling one for like $50 out towards my friend Corey's house, and like on the Facebook Marketplace, like $50. It was either 50 or 75. Either way, that's cheap as shit. I saw them used on Amazon for like fucking 220. So I'll take 75. So I was thinking about tonight, maybe trying to call Corey and ask if him and his fiance would be cool with me crashing and trying to go buy that dude's capture card if it's still for sale. And there's a used game store out his way that I wanted to check out to see if they had a couple of games I've been looking for. Specifically, I think I'm missing one of the Kingsfield games for the PS1, I think. I know for sure they did like the Final Fantasy bullshit where Final Fantasy 1 was actually 2 and the actual 1 was only released in Japan. I know they did that with Kingsfield because I have 1 and 2. I'm pretty sure. So I think I'm missing 3 and I have 4. 4 was the first one I got. That was on PS2. That's called Kingsfield 4, The Ancient City, I believe. If you like Dark Souls, it's like, I mean, it's the precursor to Dark Souls. It's actually really fun once you figure out what the fuck you're doing. And the what the fuck you're doing part is the hard part. I will say just one word of advice. That's all that I can really do without seeing what part you're on or whatever. But you definitely do have a stamina bar. But unlike with Dark Souls, whenever you throw an attack out, you have to wait until your stamina is completely recovered in order to be able to do damage again. Because otherwise you're just going to be doing the no damage and fucking up your weapon for no reason. But with that said, I'm outie. I gotta go to work.